Hello, welcome back to the channel. So let's continue our discussion on geometric sum, the sum of a geometric series, and do this question over here. So before watching this video, I'll highly suggest you to first watch my previous video if you have not watched my previous video, where we covered the concepts of deriving the sum of a geometric series. So in the last video, we derived that if we have a common ratio which is not equal to 1, we follow this formula for the sum of a geometric series. But if the common ratio is equal to 1, our formula gets further simplified to a times n plus 1 instead of using this formula, because this formula has a discontinuity in the denominator such that our r cannot be equal to 1, right? So by using all the concepts that we already know, let's calculate this one over here. So if we expand this, this is basically 1 by 5 to the power 50 plus 1 by 5 to the power 51, so on until 1 by 5 to the power 99 plus 1 by 5 to the power 100, right? And in this case, you can clearly notice that for the sum of a geometric series, we need two terms over here. We need the first term and we also need the common ratio. So in order to get the first term, we can clearly notice what the first term is. You just need your starting value of n to get your first term. So in this case, you see that n is starting from 50 and not 0. So the first term in this case is this one, is this term over here, which is 1 over 5 to the power 50. And in order to calculate the r, there's a simple approach to do that. You just have to pick two consecutive terms and just divide the second term with the first term. So let's pick these two consecutive terms. In order to get the common ratio, we just have to divide this with this term. So if we do that, it's basically 1 by 5 to the power 51 divided by 1 by 5 to the power 50. And if we calculate that, we'll get our r to be 1 by 5. So we have our r, we also have our a, and the common ratio of 1 by 5 is also clearly visible, right? If we multiply 1 by 5 to our first term, we get the next term. And if we keep on doing that, we can build this series until 1 by 5 to the power 100, right? So now we know the formula as well. Since our common ratio is not equal to 1, we'll use the first formula, which is basically a times 1 minus r to the power n plus 1 upon 1 minus r in this case, right? So we know all the values. Our a is 1 by 5 to the power 50. So the calculation is very simple now. Sn is 1 by 5 to the power 50. The bracketed expression will be 1 minus 1 by 5 to the power n plus 1. So in this case, our n is equal to 50. So we'll use n equals 50 over here. So it will be 50 plus 1, which is 51. And the denominator will have 1 minus 1 by 5 in this case, right? And now we can simplify this expression to get the final sum, which will simply be Sn equals 1 by 5 to the power 50 upon 4 by 5 in this case. And in the numerator, you will also have 1 minus 1 by 5 to the power 51 in this case. So your sum will be, this will cancel out. So you'll have 1 by 4 times 5 to the power 49 times 1 minus 1 by 5 to the power 51 in this case. So this will be your final sum for the geometric series, which is represented by this expression over here, this sigma notation over here. So that was a simple question to solve. We only had to use the concepts related to the sum of a geometric series in order to calculate the sum in this case. But there was one important thing to notice, that the starting term was different because we started with n equals 50 rather than n equals 0. But the general formula for a geometric series remains the same. In order to calculate the sum, you need two expressions, you need two terms, you need the first term, and you need the common ratio. And you also need the value of capital N in order to compute the sum of a geometric series. So that's it for this video. Feel free to comment down in this video if you have any doubts. Follow the channel in order to get notified of the other videos that I'll be uploading. Stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye. Take care.